Hello everyone, Lou here. Just gonna give an updated rig rundown. Just some stuff that I've acquired basically since the last time I did one of these. Yeah, just I guess gonna talk about just each of the guitars that I've gotten, and I do have a few pedals that I have accrued. So just another video of me rambling. So if you're not interested in that, don't pay any mind to this, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Otherwise, we'll get things started. This is I guess the oldest of the newer guitars that I've picked up. This is a 2020 um, Epiphone SG. It's their new line where they switched the headstock back to the old Kalamazoo headstocks from the 70s, I believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. Um, it is in an olive green, which is my favorite color. Um, I pretty much have switched most of the main pieces on this new locking tuners. It actually came with a Maestro Vibrola, but I just didn't really like how the Vibrola was keeping the tuning stability, so I basically had it given the Derek Trucks treatment, which, if you know of him, he basically has a signature SG that has the Maestro plate, but it's hardtailed. So this is pretty much just for decoration. Um, Also switched out a couple of the knobs with these wooden ones. Just some, just quirky things that aren't just putting stickers on guitars, because I feel bad about putting stickers on guitars now. Just definitely gonna leave that for the two that I've caked in them. But yeah, this is like my first guitar, besides that Jet King from last time, that has humbuckers, which I was not even touching for the longest time because I was a very strictly jazz master human. But I've definitely gotten a lot more used to the humbucker sound, which leads me to this guy, which I picked up pretty recently. Pretty much everything except for the SG I've picked up pretty recently, just through buying and trading and selling, because I'm pretty bad at holding on to guitars for a long time. Um, so this is I believe a 1979 or a 1978 Epiphone ET290. So you can see it's got the actual old headstock that the SG is basically modeling itself from. And so this was a budget series that Epiphone started making out of Japan when they moved their factory from Kalamazoo to Japan. And Old humbuckers really love the knob setup and the finish on it. I'm a sucker for maple fretboards, and this neck is by far the thinnest and smallest neck that I have ever owned on a guitar. Even more so than any Mustang or short scale guitar that I've owned, which is crazy to me. But I really do like the feel of it, even though I've kind of had to adjust my playing style with it to make sure I'm not bumping into or rather muting any strings while I'm playing. But yeah, feels really good, has a nice weight to it. And the pick guard is really interesting because I believe what they did was they actually started with a clear pick guard and painted the underside of it to kind of have this weird, almost kind of semi-translucent look to it. So I think that's pretty cool. This is definitely gonna be staying in my collection for probably a while. I definitely love this guitar. I love the way it sounds. Haven't really used it very much in any tutorials or anything, but yeah, just like really nice old style humbuckers. And then we've got the two new Jazzies. As I said before, I'm a sucker for maple fretboards, but I'm an even bigger sucker for maple fretboards with black block inlays, which this is the Troy Van Leeuwen signature model Jazzmaster that this variant came out last year. If you don't know, he's the guitarist for Queens of the Stone Age, which I really didn't listen to a lot of before this year. Now I'm getting into desert rock. I'm a desert rock person. Um, but got a really heavy, definitely one of the heavier jazz masters I've owned. Um, really not much of a different setup from a normal jazz master, other than the toggle switch, which just basically does the same thing of switching from the lead circuit to the rhythm circuit. Um, but funny story, I actually just sold this. I still have the reverb page open. Um, and yeah, as I said before, I'm very bad at owning guitars for long periods of time. I just like, having them, kind of feeling like how they play, and then I'll usually see something else and I'll just end up trading it or selling it to, move on from guitar to guitar. I've probably owned, at this point, probably well over 30 or 35 different guitars, just from, having it for a week or a month or something, and just wanting something different, or just feeling satisfied with my experience with it, and being able to say, like, yes, I owned this guitar. Um, so this one is getting sold and shipped out tomorrow, which this video is not going to have been posted close to the date where it was taken. Definitely just recording this now, because since I just sold it, I won't really have another opportunity to document it. So, just thought I'd throw it here for fun. And then here is the one that I actually do plan on keeping for a while, because I definitely got it at a deal, because it's basically a Fender Player Jazz Master that usually came with the cream humbuckers, but it seems like someone has modded it out for wide range humbuckers, the Fender wide ranges, and slapped this nice chunky, but not too chunky, tinted maple neck on it. I don't know what I'm pretty sure it's unbranded. Could be from Amazon for all I know. But I just really like the look of these black block inlays way more than these. In comparison, these seem really small and diminutive compared to these. And this one has a mastery bridge, which, if you don't know, mastery bridges are, jazz master style bridges that add a lot of sustain and increased intonation. And yeah, I haven't owned something with wide range humbuckers since the Starcaster that I used for a good amount of Panucci stuff. So it's nice to have that sound back again. And just yeah, just a really simple setup. I probably will get a more standard jazz master style setup guitar in the future, but for now, definitely satisfied with this. Um, yeah, so I guess I'll just move on to the couple of pedals that I've been accruing so far. I have a Caroline Somersault, which is kind of like a warbly modulation pedal. I'm probably going to do a very poor job at talking about these and rambling about these. But I've definitely wanted to get into more modulation effects for a while now. I definitely did not mess around with them very much when I was doing bands and stuff. So just for fun, and for just to experiment with different sounds. I'm also very bad at using pedals. I've had this for probably like 2 months now, and I've plugged it in maybe twice, because I'm just too I can't be bothered enough to actually get everything together and plug everything in. So I just ordered a pedal board recently, just to be able to organize pedals on a thing that I can just pull out and plug in whenever, so I don't have to go through the trouble of fumbling with wires. I also have a bass Big Muff that I've actually had for a little over a year now. That actually sounds great with guitar. I'm not very educated on kind of the differences between the big muffs, but this seems to do a pretty good job with just normal fuzz through a guitar, especially if you're looking for a a lower frequency type fuzz, and you're not looking for a lot of mids and highs in your fuzz. Um, and then I just very, very recently picked up the JHS 3 Series Reverb. This was advertised on Reverb.com by someone as a My Bloody Valentine machine, which I'm sure is probably an exaggeration, but it was pretty cheap, so I went for it, and I have a couple of other pedals that I'm ordering that'll be on the way soon. So hopefully, once I get my pedal board and slap some Velcro on these guys, I'll just feel like an actual guitarist again. But yeah, same amp, just the Tech 21, kind of just doing its thing. It's got a wooden unicorn sticker on it now. But aside from that, pretty typical standard stuff. Nothing crazy. Just thought I'd do another one of these. Cringe at the sound of my own voice, and just give you folks some eye candy to look at. But yeah, thank you so much for coming through, as always. I hope you have a pleasant rest of your day, morning, or evening. Bye.